Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? It's a beautiful day here. The sun is shining and I'm in my corner and I'm starting to do some crafting today, which is going to include my attempt at the capybara. He is so cute. I am going to start that and see if I can't accomplish the cute look that she's giving to the face. First, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the different kind of crochet stitches. When I first started, I didn't really know that there was a difference in how you're doing your stitches. Under, over, under, or over, under. You know, there's different combinations of ways you can do the stitches. And I have finally figured out that I like to do it under, then over. And I'm going to show you what that is. But it gives you a little bit better finish, I think. You don't get holes in your work, and it just has a nice look to it. So it doesn't really come naturally to me. I've always done over. I think that's just a common way that people crochet, and it just comes very natural to me. So I have to really think about doing it the other way, and it is a little bit more difficult for me. And it's taking me a little bit longer, but I'm sure that once I keep doing it, I'll probably get a little bit quicker at it. It's a little harder for me to hold onto the yarn with my hook when I'm doing the very first part of the stitch. These are all single crochets, and the very first part of the stitch I do under, and that seems to be a little bit tricky to me. But I think if you hold your yarn and you make sure to wrap it around, at least around one of your fingers, I do it around my little finger, it helps you to hold the tension a little bit better. So I'm going to show you with my work exactly what it is that I'm doing today. This is what I've been working on. This is the body to the capybara, and I'm going to set that aside for the moment. And I am working with the same color yarn on the head. The snout portion is in a slightly different caramel color, but I'm ready to work on the head, and I've got one more row to go, and then I'm going to be able to do the eye placement. And she has some special instructions. It's the Friendly Red Fox, and it's her amigurumi face instructions that she has that I find very helpful. So this is what a normal single crochet stitch looks like. You're going to go into your 2 bars on your stitch, and to do the under method, hold your work, and you're going to just grab this yarn and pull it under, and then you're going to wrap your yarn over the hook and then pull it through. So if you're going to do any stitch, you're going to start this way, going under both, but instead of going up over, I'm going to be going under my hook, and then I'm going to pull through. So let me show you that one more time. So I'm going to go and I'm going to pull under my hook, and this part you can see I'm wrapping it around. It's going over my hook, and pull it through, and it really creates a nice tight stitch without any holes in it. And most of the items I'm doing, I am trying to concentrate on my stitches to make sure that I'm doing them all evenly. I'm holding on with my pinky finger to make sure that I have some good tension, and I tend to crochet tight, so I'm trying really hard not to crochet too tight, because it makes it very difficult to get your hook into the stitches, and it doesn't look quite as nice. So I'm really working on practicing on my tension, and that's, you know, each person's preference. But if you are mindful of that, I think you'll find it's a little bit easier to do once you get the hang of it. And I think wrapping it around another finger is really the key. I didn't really know too much about that when I started doing this, but that seems to be something that's working for me. And I always use a stitch marker when I'm doing amigurumi. It's the best way for me to find out if I'm doing the exact right count of the stitches, and I tend to use a piece of yarn because it doesn't, I don't have to worry about it falling off. It's easy to use, and I always keep a few small yarn pieces with me, and I can just pop it in and then just go around and then move it as I go. I find it a lot easier, and you don't have to clip and unclip a stitch marker or anything like that, but there's also a lot of different ways you can do a bobby pin or paper clip. But I really like the yarn. I find that, you know, it's really readily available, and I always have it around. So I need to finish one more row on this and go all the way around, come back to the end, and then I'm going to do the eyes, and I'm trying to follow her instructions. She has very detailed instructions, and her video is great. I have not tried to do this particular one yet, so I'm just following along what she's telling me to do, and she's placing these 9 stitches apart. That can get a little tricky looking at that, because 9 stitches, if you count it from where your post is, these eyes are just set in here now just for placement. My eyes are going to be embroidered, so I'm not going to use these, but I'm just trying the placement of them. And she said 9 stitches apart, and if I count what I have in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I have 7 in the middle, so then the other ones are accounted for underneath the eyes, so that would be about 9 stitches apart. So I'm going to give that a try to see if that shaping will come out and be in the proper placement, because hers is, you can tell the placement makes a difference, and the way she shows you to do it, you're going to be putting a piece of yarn through on a needle. So I actually have just some worsted weight yarn. I like to sew with the worsted weight yarn when I can. I don't have to worry about it breaking, although this yarn, you know, my big twist yarn doesn't really seem to break all that much, but I do try to use the worsted weight yarn when I'm sewing pieces together if I have a matching color. So I'm going to give that a try. I'm going to do her process, follow along her video really carefully, and right now the eyes are very flat, but when she does it, they are a bit indented, and it makes the nose pop out, and it's really adorable. One of her hints is to have your stuffing in there, so you're going to get an idea of what, you know, what it's going to look like once you do the process that she suggests. So I will do that, but then I will leave my eyes off, and I'm going to embroider my eyes after that. And she has a great embroidery video on how to do eyes. I've not done it with a pulled in eye, so I'm not sure how tricky that's going to be for me, but I'm going to give it a shot, and then I will show you how this all comes out. But for now, I think I'm going to stop here and concentrate and work really hard to see if I can't follow her directions accurately, so that I come out with a perfect capybara when I'm done. So off I go to my crocheting, and the frugal crafting is starting. So I will get back to you and finish up on this video and let you know how it comes out. Okay, so I finished working on the face shaping. It was really easy. Just following her directions was really not hard to do at all. I did take it out once just because of the placement. I just gave myself some time to just pull on the strings after they've been woven through the front of them, and see what the best placement was for them. And this is what I decided on. It was a little spaced a little bit further apart than I thought I was going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there is 7 visible stitches in between. Once I did the shaping, I did the eyes. I followed her directions on how you do embroidered eyes. She sometimes adds a little bit of white to the eye. I don't think I will do that on this one, but it came out really nicely, I thought. I use a knitting needle, to try to match up the placement. So I'll just take a knitting needle and I'll put it through so I make sure that they're going to be balanced, and I come out on the other side where I can start my stitches. And remember to count how many stitches I'm putting on so that I can do the same number on the other eye. And that really generally helps me to get the exact placement and the exact size that I'm looking for. So I'm pretty happy with the way the eyes came out. It's a little trickier when you're embroidering. They did look awfully cute with the safety eyes in, but I just really want this to be for any age child. I don't want to have to put an age limit on it because the safety eyes really aren't recommended for children under the age of 3. So I try to do embroidered eyes when I can. So I'm really happy with the way it came out. It definitely made a difference doing the shaping. It just pulls them in and gives it a little more defined area for the snout. And then I just added the little nose here. And so now I am ready for my next steps, which include making the ears, the arms, and the limbs. This time I didn't make those ahead of time. I usually do that, make them ahead of time, so when I'm ready, I can just put them on. But this time I was really just saying, go for it. You got to try to see if you can make the capybara, and the body is done. So I will watch her video again on how I'm going to be putting those two together. So that makes it nice and secure. That will be the next part of the process as well. So I'm going to go back to her directions and follow along and see how far I can get today to finishing this adorable little capybara. Thanks for watching.